So we're here today doing a live stream of a town hall discussion. I'm here with Drew and Juan. Juan is going to be doing all the video camera stuff. Drew's going to do front of house stuff. I'm going to be managing Drew, Juan, and the other guy, Jonathan, who's not here yet. Jonathan is going to be live directing the ATEM. We've got a van, and we've got my car, and we're going to get loaded in, and we're going to do a full behind the scenes of how we pull this off. Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
What do you think? Can we do it?
Maybe.
All right, we got a strong maybe. I've got 3 cameras with me and some live streaming equipment, including converters, an ATEM, my regular audio setup for location audio, plus Drew is bringing in a PA. That's what's in the van. So we're setting up an analog PA system, going to be split off for me to use for the broadcast audio.
Right now I'm unloading speakers. I'm loading QSC K10. Gonna be using these for front of house.
Analog board.
Analog board.
Pretty simple setup.
Yes, we have 2 channels of wireless that we're gonna be using for our moderator and for our speaker. Plenty of XLR, plenty of Edison. He put a new roll of gaff tape in here, look at that.
Look at Randy. We're doing 3 cameras, SDI into the switcher, splitting all of the audio channels off from the front of house to my mixer. And then we have to provide a feed for the press, because there's going to be press here. Definitely need the Panasonic S5. Definitely need the laptop. Do you think we need any sandbags?
Yeah, let's just grab them. Maybe 2.
We've got the carts loaded up. You know, we may have to come out back to the cars a couple times because, you know, you normally do with events like this. But I think we got almost everything. We went in, scouted out the room, found our location for where we're going to set it all. So that's next. All the way up front is going to be where we have lectern and screens. And then they're going to be set up in this sort of conversational table style. And we're going to be in the back. On this side, we'll do ATEM, video land, and then over here we'll do audio. So this is front of house audio plus broadcast audio. So what we like to do with this is we like to set 2 cameras side by side. One will operate one of them, and then one of them will be like a mid shot, right?
That is correct. And then we also have a reverse. I believe we have the reverse.
Yes, we have a
S5.
reverse.
And that'll be, I don't know, maybe by the podium, in the corner, getting the audience.
So what we like to do is set up 2 tripods very close to each other so that Juan can get access to both cameras easily. Tell me what you're thinking for PA.
I'm thinking I'm gonna put 2 speakers on each side. And
On the far side.
yes, because that's a lot of coverage that I'll need to pick up over there. So I'll daisy chain each pair in order to still have a stereo LR.
Okay.
And then from there, I'm thinking wired on the podium again for microphone, and then we'll keep the wireless for our, what was it, our moderator, and then the crowd.
So 4 speakers across the front, right?
Yes. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep them close together and just tilt them, or if I want...
I would do even.
Just like a column?
I would do even.
Okay.
Equidistant for 4 speakers.
Well, the only thing I'm going to run into is that if I tuck that one in the corner, it's going to have to go back a little bit more. And
That's fine. 4 across the front will help you control your gain,
that's true.
so you won't have to be so hot.
Yeah. Yeah, I do not want any feedback in here.
So for the switcher, we've got an ATEM SDI ISO, just the 4-channel version. Only have 3 cameras that we're running, so just need that. For conversion, I like the DataVideo DAC 70. This goes HDMI to SDI and SDI to HDMI, does both directions. Got 2 of these. This here is the wireless rack. Then we have the front of house soundboard. Then we have the splitters we're going to be using 3 splitters to split 2 wireless and 1 wired mic. And then we've got these that I'm going to use to send the audio from here into my mixer for broadcast. Then I'm going to use this box to send an output over to media stations that are coming in. Then we've got the ATEM here and standards conversion because the ATEM is SDI. So I need to standards convert a little bit to HDMI for the monitor. Plus one of the cameras doesn't have SDI on it. And then over here, these 2 boxes I'm going to use for the media stations to pull a feed line level, okay? And then this SM81 I'm going to use for crowd. So the reverse camera is my S5 that Juan is putting together. In order to get this into the switcher, we're going to need to rig this up to the tripod to get the HDMI feed from the camera converted to SDI. And then we're going to run a really long SDI cable back to the switcher. Got to have power because we need to plug that in. And then because this camera is not full-size HDMI, it's got this little mini HDMI. We need a mini HDMI and full-size HDMI cable to get out of the camera. So out of the camera, into the DataVideo, out of the DataVideo, into SDI, SDI, all the way back to the switcher. Just like that, right? Magic?
Magic.
Magically happens. That's what I say. So what did you decide?
I think I've decided that we're going to roll with this. That way it'll keep the podium behind my speakers. We'll see that.
Why do you want the podium behind the speakers?
Because I don't want feedback.
I'm giving you feedback right now.
I don't want feedback in my speakers and my PA because that's never fun, especially in a small room like this.
Is there ever an elegant way to lift a speaker onto a stand?
Never.
You always feel kind of like a doofus.
Yes.
Because
And
it's like,
yeah, you just lift with your back.
until your back is done.
Yes.
And you become old, and then you don't do sound anymore.
And you're like, shouldn't have done that so many times. Still got a couple more years before that happens, though. So for now.
So 4 speakers across the front for even coverage.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have a wired mic on this podium.
Yep, and then we'll have 2 wireless microphones.
And then we're going to have a wired mic only going to my broadcast right here for getting crowd sounds. Just like magic, the camera's over here. How'd you do that?
I picked it up and I walked right over here.
Just like magic, huh?
Abracadabra.
So these are 2 wireless mics on 1 and 2, and the wired mic on this 3rd splitter. That comes in, and then I take the isolated output over to my broadcast world, and he takes a throughput to the board over here. So we've got ATEM going out SDI into the Blackmagic Video Assist. Then we've got that going in USB to the laptop, where we have OBS connected. So then, how I'm getting audio over to the ATEM, I'm using a snake, just a stereo snake, coming out of my left and right on my mixer. On the other side of the snake, I've got stereo converter down to 1/8 inch. And then I'm going into the mic 1 jack on the ATEM. So on my mixer, when I'm running tone, I have it set to left indent, which is sending a pulsing tone signal to the left channel, channel 1, and a consistent tone channel to channel 2. So then I go over here on the ATEM, and I can see that I'm getting left and right. And on the master, I can see I'm getting a left and right. All right, so what do we got going on the ATEM? How are we doing this?
Okay, so we are using the Blackmagic ATEM SDI Pro. We're going to go with 3 cameras. Currently, one is going to be a tight shot positioned on the podium. So that's just going to be of the speaker, just so you can see, obviously, facial detail, have them interact with the crowd, just so you keep people interested by having a close shot. Our next shot then is going to be geared towards being able to see this podium and the screen. That's always a great thing, so that way, as they're talking, you can see the information that's presented. And it also is a kind of a cheat code for us in which we don't have to try to roll in the slides real time, which I do at church, which is not the easiest thing to do. So having a shot of the screen really helps. And then Juan is going to be operating our third camera behind the podium, and that's going to be from the perspective of looking behind the speaker out to the audience. And that camera, since it's operated, can be positioned for crowd reaction, even applause, just to gather anything in the crowd. And that'll also be a very good shot when it's time for question and answer. And Juan's operating that.
Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mic check. 1,
So we've got
2,
Juan up
3, 4,
Mic checking.
5, 6. Check. Mic.
I hear you good.
Check.
I hear you good.
We hear him.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
I got you.
4, 5, 6. Check. Mic check.
And then I will say, for those that direct things, always have an escape shot, okay? Or as Brian would say, the bailout.
The bail shot.
Always have a shot that you can cut to, where if you lose a camera, if something happens, then the show goes on. So that's going to be our shot with the speaker and the screen. So if we lose a camera, then basically we have something to go to.
Yep.
If we lose our escape shot camera, because we have two others, then we can pivot another camera to that same shot.
Yep.
Hence why the cameras are positioned close together. So always have something you can cut to, especially with a live stream. You have to have always something on the screen. Hi, Juan. Just making a home movie. Directing 101.
The rare move of Juan being silly. He's a pretty serious man.
Not really, dude. I'm not serious.
Also, is it too late to be drinking coffee? What's the crew discussion on that?
This is my second one
always time
because
for
this guy
coffee.
didn't want my coffee.
I had 2 energy
In the
drinks
comments,
today, man.
let us know, production people, what is the latest you will drink coffee on an evening shoot? Because I really want to know.
For me, it's about 5.
Is that your cutoff is 5? Juan's cutoff is at 5?
But I normally only have one in the morning, and that's
Then
it.
I'm in trouble because this thing is still 3/4 full and it's 5:30
My
currently.
cutoff is like when I go to bed.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nuts, man.
Like I can drink coffee like all day.
Do you drink coffee to help go to sleep? Because that
Sometimes.
would be even crazier. That's even more nuts. Not even decaf.
Sometimes I feature coffee widely on my channel.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, there you go.
I'm always talking about where you can get it.
Yeah.
The best part of production is like finding the free coffee.
Oh, there's always free coffee somewhere and everywhere.
Somewhere.
There's always a kitchenette. There's
There
always,
always is.
a coffee maker. Now, sometimes you got to clean it yourself and do the
Yes.
dirty work.
Yes.
But, yeah.
So how are the cameras looking, Juan?
I think they're solid. White balance is matching. I like them.
Okay, that's good.
I will say, let's go ahead and chime this in. So before we got this recording part in, because we do have the screen, we are attempting to expose for the screen, but also still be able to see the person. And on some slides where there's white font, that does present a challenge.
Yep.
So you just kind of try to split the difference. And if you feel like it starts to get too out of control, then we can adjust our iris, of course.
Yep.
And make the screen a little more of a focal point for that shot, and then just rely on our tight shot when they're speaking. I feel good about our setup, but something exists in live streaming called the internet. And sometimes the internet is not your friend when you really need it to be.
Sometimes.
But sometimes.
Sometimes.
But we've been testing the connections. This is a trick I learned from church. Even though obviously we're controlling the YouTube stream, you always want to keep a computer or your phone to be able to actually see the stream.
Nearby.
Yep, nearby. So that way you obviously can see what everyone else is seeing.
Yep.
And make sure that the audio sounds as good as it should. But past that, you just prepare, and if something happens, you just roll with it. If we get off the line, we figure out what's happening and how to get back online. That's live streaming 101.
Live streaming 101.
Yeah. I used to avoid live streaming,
Sometimes
actually.
it doesn't work.
I used to avoid it because I hate being blamed for things that aren't my fault, like the internet not working. That's not my fault.
It's not your fault, okay? All right? If the internet goes down tonight, I'm not blaming you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You feel better?
No, but because I really want this to go well. So,
How's Juan feeling?
As soon as this coffee kicks in, a lot better.
All right.
Not that I'm feeling down or anything. It's good.
Okay. Juan is not a man of many words over here.
I know, but I make up for him because you brought me on this thing knowing I would just talk for 2 straight hours after teaching all day and talking.
How's your audio setup, Drew?
Sounds great.
Shit.
Hey. I'm ready to go. Sounds good, I think.
No feedback?
Did you say
Well, I got a little bit of feedback in my ear, you know.
did you say check enough?
No, I don't think I did it enough. Might
How
have
many
to do it
times does an audio guy have to say check before it's ready to go?
at least like 50 times per channel.
50 times per channel. Check.
Working with 3
Check.
channels, so 150 times.
Check, baby.
Check.
The thing tonight is about redistricting.
The first one is
You can
dog or
decide
cat,
if this is
though.
a good thing or a bad thing all on your own. Okay.
I could foresee the mic needing to like come down a little bit. I don't think she was that tall, was she?
The podium.
You can get up there and say check one more time.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
I think that's good.
Yeah. No, one more. Just kidding.
One more check.
One more time.
Check 1 2.
Check 1 2.
Brian, as an audio guy, what is your opinion on tapping the mic? Because it drives me crazy.
Never tap the mic.
But then the crazy thing is like people will tap the mic and then while they're tapping it, say, "Is this thing on?" Like, what's the point of doing both?
There isn't.
You can just say, "Is this thing on?" You don't have to hit it.
Can you hear
at
me?
the same time?
That's also a funny one. Can you hear me? No, it's just a mic.
No.
You hear me now? Check.
I can hear you, but not through the.
And I don't know why we say check either. Like we
a
could
check.
start.
We could freestyle, do some
we could
spoken
start
word,
talking
slam
about,
poetry.
like other stuff.
Wonderful.
Yeah. No, tell me about your
Just
day.
making sure. Is it did it sound loud enough?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
It sounded perfect.
Yay!
But I don't know why we say check.
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
Just do it. We just say check. And then even when I'm talking in my headphones, I say it.
Yeah.
I could just start talking about other stuff.
Because obviously, when you use a microphone, you're not going to be saying check for the recording, but we just
No.
feel like we have to.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Check.
Yo, I'll power off these cameras.
Yes, because we're running on battery, we're going to power everything down. We're set up a good 45 minutes before we go live. So that's good.
More time to spare than last.
That's one thing about working with Brian is he never cuts it that close. He cuts it close sometimes, but not like that close. I've cut it very close
I
before.
mean, one of my pet peeves is when someone says, hey, can we do a live stream? And then I say, yeah. And then they say, can we set up in an hour? And I'm like, no.
No.
I mean, we could, right? We could set up in an hour.
Yeah, but there's also something that exists called peace of mind.
Right.
And I want to know that it works before the event starts.
Correct.
That's usually a good thing.
I need to know.
Yeah.
I can't just I need to know.
Generally a good thing.
Right now, we got 45 minutes before we go live, and it's a good thing. It's calm.
Now, if you're just like a gamer and you're playing Smash Brothers, you can just roll out of bed, eat a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then
Yes.
just turn on your whatever, and then just start. That's a different story. ATEM is now rolling. Feeling good. We're going to stand by on 3 and get ready to take 3.
You luckily have the privilege of being in Juan's ear.
That's right, I am in Juan's ear. And he's stuck with me, unless he takes the headphones out. All right, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Go.
All right, ready? 3. Go to 3.
My name is Adrienne Slash. I am the vice president of the organization that brought you here today, Recenter Indiana Incorporated. Recenter is a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization that's dedicated to encouraging public officials to listen to the voice of
2, go to
Hoosiers.
2.
Are you Hoosiers? Raise your hand. Right place. Thank you so much. We also urge everyday citizens to be informed participants in our system of government. So welcome to our second listening session on mid-cycle redistricting. We are also I'm really
Ready,
glad
three.
to have invited some elected officials this evening to participate.
Ready, three. Go to three.
Listening capacity to hear what you have to say, okay? So you should see them. They're here. They're coming. They're here to listen.
And we have 3 ways for you to participate tonight.
Ready, two.
To hear
Go to
those
two.
voices. 1, there are cards on your table. There are cards and pins.
Are you feeling good?
And you
feeling
can
good,
enter
yeah.
or vote
I'm
for
feeling
anything
good.
that you want.
We're live streaming.
We are.
Busting what we're
Nothing's
doing.
going wrong yet. Ready, one. Go to one.
Are you feeling good? Okay, good.
Seems pretty easy.
He's feeling good. Good. All right.
And these were drawn in 2021 after the US Census, which is typically when we
Ready, three.
redistrict.
Go to three.
That's part of why this is off-cycle redistricting. This is not normal in terms of the traditional cycle. We redistrict once every 10 years after the US Census. The conversation we're having right now in
Ready,
our
three.
state are
Go
for
to three.
congressional districts. So our state legislature is tasked with drawing three boundaries, basically. I would highlight, though, not all states do, California, as I mentioned, just passed Proposition 50 by fairly overwhelming margins, by the way. I think it was a 30% difference in terms of margin. And from a political science perspective, we say 20% is landslide. So, geographically, I don't know what's bigger than a landslide, tsunami, right? But it was fairly overwhelming. So that allows, by the way, Governor Gavin Newsom in California, their state legislature will redraw maps. So why does this matter? Congress.
Ready, two.
And not all of Congress, but specifically the House of Representatives. For Indiana, of our 9, you might recall 2 of them are Democrat. So if the maps were redrawn in an off-cycle year, those could potentially be 2 Democratic seats that we would change that little blue circle into a red one. I usually feel pretty confident I can tell you which candidate's going to win after the primary because the districts are drawn in such a way that they heavily bias one political party, right?
All right, I just stepped into the hallway here to listen to the stream outside the room. That's very important. When you're live streaming, it's always good to get a sound of what it sounds like from not in the room. So I stepped outside because I have a full crew here, live director, front of house, and camera. Plus I have my mixer set to be auto mixing. So I stepped out just to make sure that it sounds good outside the room. Sounding good, nice and loud, nice and clear. The crew's doing great. It's been a great stream so far. It's always a lot of fun to do these things together with people that you like, you get along with. And that's awesome because this is a really fun crew. And that's just an important thing to consider when you're working in this business. Find people that you really like and get along with and keep working with them. Because it's hard to find people that you just totally click with, that make you laugh, that make you feel like yourself. Drew, Jonathan, and Juan are just some of the best here in this area. So anyway, it's going great. I'm gonna get back in there and keep at it.
Ready, one. Go to one.
We'll be able to see how these start shaping up.
Thank you for coming together as a community. We appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
All right, go to one. And stop. That is a wrap.
Go, man.
That is a wrap.
How'd it go?
We did not drop connection. Wonderful event. Some very impassioned citizens. Juan, great job on camera. You make directing so easy.
Yes, he does.
So great preparation, great setup. I think it went about as great as it could have. Wonderful audio. Big shout out to Drew. No feedback. No one turned their head and
There we go.
looked back here and tried to blame us for. So that's always good.
And then teardown always is quicker than setup, correct?
It's supposed to be.
Setup took us around 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Teardown's gonna probably take us 30 minutes.
Yes. Assuming we don't lose anything, then that does tend to add time.
And that's a wrap. The room is empty. Our gear is gone. It was a great crew. It was a great night. Thank you for watching to the end. I appreciate people who do that. And stick with it. If you're doing the freelance thing, I believe in you. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So we will see you in the next one.